You figure like, and I think it's even more than just who they acquired, but how they acquired them. So the Cubs are coming off of a 92 win season. There's a lot of concern on Reddit, on Twitter, on X, on Blue Sky, on our Northside podcast, on our Northside forums, and everything. And there was the collective pulse of Cubs fans was basically, they're afraid that the Cubs aren't going to spend any money. They're going to basically punt 2026, go into 2027 with potential lockout looming, and like it was just going to be a bunch of 1-year deals. And the Cubs didn't do that. Not only didn't they do that, they are acting much more like the Chicago Cubs this offseason. You just talked about the dominoes falling. Well, look at the offensive domino. What is the offensive domino that started everybody dropping? It was the Cubs signing Alex Bregman. It wasn't the Cubs waiting for 3 other players to not have a musical chair and then be left with the Cubs dancing at the end. It was you basically had a logjam of 4 hitters who were sitting on the market. It was Alex Bregman, it was Kyle Tucker, it was Bo Bichette, and it was Cody Bellinger, and they all needed a dancing partner. And
one
who jumped that? Yeah, still does. Bellinger still does. But who jumped that market and got the other players to sign within a week? It was the Cubs. The Cubs went out and they said, fine, this is the guy we want. We're going to go do it. They did it with deferred money. That was a modern contract structure. Something that I don't think a lot of us thought they were going to do. They attacked the trade market. They picked up Edward Cabrera, a very good starting pitcher when he's healthy. They've done what they needed to. And you can kind of go back to the beginning of the offseason where they were picking up guys on lesser contracts to make this happen. And I think this was always kind of a plan that they were hoping to make happen, to bring in a starting pitcher in Alex Bregman. And I think they've done that so far.